Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak on Dembele, Ferran Torres, Gavi and Ansu Fati. We are going to be revolving around who's going to be available for that match against Bayern Munich. We're also going to be talking about what is the latest on Ferran Torres or Dembele. There's just so many questions at this very moment. So all of this is going to be considered as minor updates, and especially when it comes to Dembele and Ferran Torres, which is what we are going to be discussing on first within this video. But first, I do want to shout out the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is considered as the best football app you could find within the App Store when it does come to the latest player news, team news. If you want to follow your team within La Liga or the Premier League or the German League, you guys would be able to do that within the OneFootball app. You guys would also be able to see the latest transfer news, anything regarding your favorite player or team. All of that is going to be compact within one app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, you guys are also able to see La Liga highlights. If you guys do want to see some highlights regarding Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, all of that again is going to be within the OneFootball app. If you guys do want to download the app, you guys can either scan the barcode that you do see on the video, or you can look at the link which will be in the description box down below. But now let's get back into the video. So of course, right, everything is being correlated between Ferran Torres and Dembele, because Ferran Torres is either going to be that player to replace Dembele or to reinforce that position. It could be either of those two. So there is going to have to be so much that Joan Laporta is going to have to analyze, right? Because if Dembele does renew, when do we bring Ferran Torres in? If he doesn't renew, how fast can we get Ferran Torres in? So there's so many questions, and we also understand that if Dembele does not renew, what are going to be the solutions for us to let go of players, sell players, to bring in a player like Ferran Torres? So as of now, it does say here, according to Fernando Polo, there is a crucial week for Dembele's renewal, which is this week. Barcelona wants a definitive response from the player in these next days about whether or not a renewal can happen. The club believes they have made an interesting offer in regards with fixed salary and variables. So this is basically confirming that yes, Barcelona do want to hear an answer coming from the agent of Dembele this week, which is going to be the exact same week where Barcelona is going to be playing against Bayern Munich. And Dembele is also expected to play against Bayern Munich, one of the biggest games that will be happening on Wednesday. And this is also going to be considered as Barcelona's first time on having Dembele against Bayern Munich. So could Dembele actually change things for Barcelona against Bayern on a week where there needs to be a definitive answer whether he will continue with this club or not? Because let me tell you, if we see Dembele give many opportunities to this Barcelona squad to change the game and continue to be the lethal player that he is, very similar to what we did see against Real Betis, that is going to be like a statement towards Barcelona, the agent, and many other more, that Dembele is destined to succeed at this club, which is why it's very important for Dembele to do well against Bayern, to change the face of Barcelona's attack. We want to see Barcelona be very well worked, hyperactive, and if we can also get Dembele to be on his A game, a lot of things could go well in this week. So all of this is very important. All of this does need to happen in order to really solidify the future of Dembele and FC Barcelona. And I also do find it very fascinating that Barcelona do believe that this interesting offer, it is something that Dembele could accept, because what a interesting offer basically means is that Barcelona do want to give a stronger offer towards the agent, not necessarily an offer where they're going to be paying him about 12 to 15 million euros per season, but a stronger offer compared to the previous offer that they have made a few weeks back. And I've already explained this before. I have talked about how Barcelona do need to give a slightly stronger offer just to convince the agent and Dembele to find that agreement with Barcelona. I've said that before, like there's nothing wrong with that. As long as like we're not going to be paying Dembele 15 to 18 million euros per season, I find nothing wrong with reducing the amount of variables and upping the set salary per season. If we can do that, that would be great, because like I've said, there is something to be made between Xavi Hernandez and Dembele. I strongly believe that with this great medical team that is emerging to Barcelona, with a coach that finally knows how to train a proper winger and be a good winger at Barcelona, Dembele can give so much more, and many of us do want to see that. But of course, if there's not going to be an agreement between Dembele and Barcelona, Ferran Torres is going to be that answer. So what is the latest on Ferran Torres? And so it does say here, according to Fabrizio Romano, almost everything is in place between Torres and Barcelona. He likes the possibility of playing under Xavi Hernandez, but it would not be easy. Man City are asking around 60 to 65 million euros for Ferran Torres. So what Barcelona is going to have to do is sell players, which is what we have discussed before. It is very obvious. It is very simple. Barcelona have to sell in order to bring Ferran Torres in. And for those of you guys who are wondering, is Ferran Torres a summer transfer that Barcelona want to complete? No, it's Barcelona wanting to bring in Ferran Torres on January 2022 to really reinforce that attacking line. So now let's move on towards Gavi and Ansu Fati. This is going to be some sort of a pre-match preview, a very early pre-match preview, because it's very important to talk about the players' availability. And we want to be as strong as possible going up against Bayern Munich. We need need solutions. We need different ways to start a starting 11 in the first half and in the second half, depending on what the game does demand. But first, I do want to talk about Gavi, because Gavi did encounter a head injury back in that match against Real Betis. The ball hit the back of his head and he had a lot of trouble getting up because he felt very dizzy, and so he had to leave the match very early, within the first 10 to 15 minutes. But it does say here, according to Helena Condis, that Gavi will be ready for the game against Bayern Munich, and he is fine, which is great, right? Gavi has to start against Bayern. I do expect him to start, because if there was a player that can disrupt Bayern's midfield, it would be Gavi. If there was a player that can press and force mistakes from Bayern's defensive line or midfield line, that would be Gavi. And then moving on towards Ansu Fati. Is Ansu Fati going to make it to strengthen Barcelona, to bring that solution to score goals? Because for Ansu Fati, he is a player that does not see any competitor. He only sees a team that he does want to score goals on. And so it does say here, according to Santi Ovalle, Ansu Fati will not be able to arrive on time for the game against Bayern Munich on Wednesday. He tried and really wanted to be available for the fixture, but the club does not want to take any risk. And so it's very unfortunate to hear that Ansu Fati is not going to make it. Like, I get it, right? I get why Barcelona do not want to force Ansu Fati into this game, because there's no reason to force Ansu Fati, because there is not a single game important enough besides the Champions League final to sacrifice Ansu Fati just to get a result. It's just not going to be worth it, because if Ansu Fati is forced to go into the game against Bayern and that he ends up being injured, we're going to lose this player for another 1 to 2 months, and many of us do not want to see that, because we still have to compete for La Liga. And in order for us to win La Liga, to compete well, to be in the top 3 or top 4, we need to have consistency. If you want to have consistency, you need to have players available. And so this is going to be the squad list that will be traveling to Bayern Munich. Again, Ansu Fati is not going to be there. There has also been reports about Xavi saying that he does want his players to train at the Bayern Stadium a day before the game actually happens, which is great, because I want these players to understand what type of field they're going to be playing in, what the environment is like, and that is something that Xavi is a big fan of. He has always done that throughout his career and as a coach. We even saw him actually about 2 games ago where he did go up to the field and he was touching the grass, and he's like, okay, is the grass well fed? Is it thick enough? Is it light enough? Is it wet? Is it dry? So it's great to hear that Xavi does want his players to train at the Bayern Stadium. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.